Did an asteroid really kill the dinosaurs?
Oh, yeah.
It really did.
Oh, yeah. Or something else killed it, and it just happened to be at the same time a Mount Everest-sized rock slammed into the earth. Okay? We have the smoke and the gun.
Right.
Of that incident.
So we have empirical data that says 10 million years ago, this big meteorite, the size of Mount Everest.
Here you go. You ready?
Yes.
Dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago.
65, okay.
You look at the fossil record, the geologists tell you here's 10 million years ago, 20, 30, 65 million years ago. One layer below that,
yeah,
dinosaurs. One layer above it, no dinosaurs. They went extinct abruptly, maybe over 1,000 years, but it's abrupt in a in a thing. They went extinct there.
Right.
What happened there? I don't know. Let's look around. Could it be volcanoes? Well, there are always volcanoes. Could it be this? Could it be that? And then they found iridium in that layer of the...
Iridium is what?
It is an element on the periodic table that is common in metallic asteroids. And it's only at that layer. Not before it, not after it. And it's everywhere in the world. How are you going to lay down a layer of iridium everywhere in the world at the same time?
So dinosaurs walked the entire Earth.
Yes.
There is not a place on Earth that was not inhibited by some form of dinosaur. Inhabited.
Yes. They might have been inhibited.
Inhabited.
That's a different thing.
Yes, inhabited.
The Inhibition Island, and then they inhibited, whatever. So there might have been some areas, but there are dinosaurs in the Gobi Desert, in North America.
Okay.
In, I assume South America. No reason why they couldn't have gotten there.
Right.
And so, point is, the asteroid hit.
Right.
Well, how do you get iridium on the other side? It hits with such energy that the whole thing vaporizes. It turns into meteor dust, goes into the stratosphere, and cloaks Earth, blocking sunlight, taking out the base of the food chain, and sending a wave of extinction that percolates across the tree of life. Have a nice day. But wait a minute. We're just inferring there was a metallic asteroid because there's just this layer.
Right.
Some years later, some oil company drilling in the Gulf, they found this anomaly under the ocean, this wall of dense rock. And they kept following it, and it made a circle. Was it 200 miles in circumference? Some huge circle.
Wow.
They said, wait a minute. When was that circle made? 65 million years ago. Holy shit. Ain't that something? So the iridium was the smoke, the crater was and we know how big craters are made based on the size of the asteroid, so we can tell how big the asteroid was. And that it gave a boost to our studies of climate change, where something can happen here and affect climate around the world.
Wow. What determined what dinosaurs were able to fly, what dinosaurs lived in the water, what dinosaurs walked upright, what dinosaurs had four? Do we have any idea?
The problem is we have only one word for all of them, but they all have their own species names. Right. And just like different
T-Rex,
species.
pterodactyl.
Yeah. Just like we different species, can fly or walk or burrow or whatever.
Right.
So don't be so impressed that they had different features. Right. We're mammals just the way mice are. Right. But mice will dig a hole and live in a hole. Right. I don't see you doing that. So
I might have to, though.
So here's something to contemplate.
Okay.
Do you remember this dinosaur? Which one? This one? Stegosaurus. That's the one with the armor plates.
Yeah, go down his back.
Okay. Do you realize that we are closer in time to the extinction of the dinosaurs than the extinction of the dinosaurs are to the extinction of Stegosaurus? So we're here. Here's the extinction of T-Rex.
Okay.
Here's the extinction of T-Rex. Here's the extinction of Stegosaurus.
Wow.
So the dinosaurs just got unlucky.
Right.
They were around for hundreds of millions of years, and a dinosaur takes them out. This Stegosaurus went extinct for other reasons. A asteroid takes out the dinosaurs, and they'd still be here if an asteroid didn't come.
But
We'd be having this podcast interview where we need to put a tail through the thing.
But do we know were people around at that point in time?
No, unless you're religious, Orthodox Christian,
Right.
because they will tell you. I don't need to do their bidding here, but they will tell you that Noah's Ark had dinosaurs, or reptiles that are of the same order as dinosaurs, and that humans coexisted with dinosaurs. So if you go to the Christian parks, theme parks, there are theme rides where you ride the back of a dinosaur.
Right.
And so this is what you think about the world when you don't have science. Right. Yeah.
What is the most impressive creature that's ever walked Earth? Or crawled, flew. It could be a mammal, it can be an insect, it can be a whatever. To your best guess estimate.
I've always been impressed with snakes. Let's do the same example we did with the alien, okay? Only 24 people have ever seen snakes. They start testifying. You gotta believe me. There's this animal, it's just a tube. It's a thing. But it could chase you down the street. It's got no arms and no legs. And it can move as fast as you can walk. And it's got a head that can eat something 5 times bigger than its head. It can dislocate its jaws and eat this.
Yeah.
It can eat an entire egg bigger than its head. No, sir. And it can stalk its prey with infrared rays. What the hell are you talking about? And then you get them to draw it, and it'll be some stupid drawing that nobody understands.
Right.
It's a snake. I think snakes are. Oh, and if it bites you, you die.
Right.
Some of them. Right.
Yeah. Some constrict.
Right. So I'm impressed what a snake can do without any arms and legs.
Well, help me understand roaches. Because them jokers, they've been around as long as the dinosaurs.
They will outlive us.
Why they didn't go extinct? Why did the asteroid that wiped them jokers out? And it's the same thing.
You know, you can't just have your way with the tree of life. It's not for you to nip tuck and edit and delete. You know.
I was reading.
Wait, that same tree of life gave us roses.
Yeah, I take the rose.
And puppy dogs.
Yeah.
And, well, we made puppies, but
I could do without the roaches and the ants. Well, no, probably not the ants.
Actually, you realize the insect population is dropping in the world. Roaches are at an all-time low. When's the last time you saw a roach?
Well, considering where I live at, I hope I don't see one because I'm going to have a problem if I do. I saw a bunch of them when I was growing up.
Right.
Saw too many.
Okay, do you have any friends back when you were growing up?
Yes.
Do you visit them recently?
I do not.
You do not. That's bad. Okay, you know that's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, go back there and see if you see any roaches. They've been on the exit.
They've been on decline, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to them?
It's a mystery. Mystery to me, I think even to the insect people. Insect population has been waning.
You know what I didn't know, Doc?
It's not always good. Because some insects pollinate flowers,
yes.
you know.
Yeah, I want the bees. The bees got to stay.
Insects do their business.
But, you know, even ants, like you said, ants, you know, they eat dead things and they help clean up because, you know, I used to think about like, man, why buzzards, vultures, we call them buzzards. I don't know if they're the same thing. I was like, man, why we need those? But then you understand if something died and it was just left to go away by itself.
Yeah, plus mosquitoes and gnats are food for bats.
Yes.
All right, you knock something out of the food chain.
It impacts something else.
It's going to impact something else. Yeah.
Is it true? Because I don't know if this is true, and I think it is. They said like if you kill an ant, it will release a pheromone, and his homeboys say, "Man, Johnny got dealt with," and they come look for the body. That's why you see like when you kill one, you see a
I don't know enough about. I got experts in my museum who would know this. The American Museum of Natural History. But I don't know about the ants.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this about ants.
What about them? They smart?
Well, I was taught in school that humans have the biggest brain relative to our body size.
Right.
Which requires a bit of arithmetic.
Yeah.
To be at the top of that list.
Right.
You have to weigh the brain, weigh the body, divide those two numbers.
Right.
Now you plot that. We're at the top.
Okay.
We don't have the biggest brain. Biggest brain is whales. Next is dolphins.
Yeah.
Or porpoises. Next is elephants. And we're fourth. Okay. In terms of brain to body weight ratio, we're at the top, but only for mammals. And they didn't tell me that in school.
Wow.
Do you realize there's certain mid-sized birds that have a higher brain to body weight ratio than we do?
Really?
Yes. You know how they get away with that? Because birds are light.
Right.
And the bones are very fragile.
Fragile, yes.
Okay? So, mid-sized, like the magpie.
Yeah.
And certain parrots.
Yeah, Heckle and Jekyll were magpies. People think they were crows, they were magpies.
Oh, what?
Yes.
You don't mean from Dumbo?
Yeah, Heckle and Jekyll. You remember Heckle and Jekyll? They're magpies.
From Dumbo? No, those were crows.
Crows. No, what was the Heckle and Jekyll on?
Heckle and Jekyll.
You remember Heckle and Jekyll?
I just remember that crows.
Yeah, you want to know what?
What were they from? Heckle and Jekyll.
No, Heckle and Jekyll are magpies. There's a difference.
No, I get that, but I just want to know what movie they're from.
They had their own series.
Yeah, this was just like a 20th Century Fox. You talking about the cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay. So magpies, yeah. So, have you ever seen the video of the magpie drinking?
Mm-mm.
Look it up. There's one of these sort of half-liter plastic bottles of water.
Yes.
The kind anybody carries around.
Yes.
It's sitting there they're like park benches. It's sitting there on the ground. The magpie goes up to it, drinks water, and the water level drops until the beak can't reach the water anymore.
Right.
It comes out, gets a pebble, drops the pebble in, raises the water level, drinks some more. Does this 3 or 4 times. What human would figure that out? So brains, they have a higher brain to body weight ratio than we do.
Wow.
Do you know who has the highest? Are certain species of ants.
Really?
Yes. Which, that's not hard to embrace because you've seen ants.
Yeah, they're not very big.
They're not very big, but they have some big old head ants.
Yeah.
There's some ants with some big old heads.
Yeah, you got the bull ants. You ever seen those bull ants? They call them velvet ants. They're in the fields with bulls in the South. You're not from, but they're called velvet ants because if you feel them, I wouldn't recommend you feel them, but they look like it's velvet. We call them bull ants, but they're called, I think the common term is the velvet ant. Mm-hmm. And they're about this big. They're big. They're a little whopper on you, doc.
Right.
I'm telling you,
Right. So all I'm saying is if an alien came and cared about brains.
Yes.
They wouldn't come to us first.
Like the Predator.
They go to the whale.
Yeah.
Okay, we would be fourth on that list.
Yeah.
If they cared about brain to body weight ratio, then they go to ants first.
Okay.
We're not near the top of that list.
So we're not as by your theory and recollection and we're not as high up as we think we are.
Our ego knows no bounds.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because we like to do something before 2 something.